So how much time do you end up doing on that final one then?
On that last
Do you
one,
serve?
on the last one I done, I got, how long did I get? I got 12 years reduced to 8, and then I done about 4 and a bit years out of that.
So when was it you actually got released?
I got released in March the 20th, 2015.
2015. And then there's the story of you getting your ear bitten off comes after that.
Yeah, the story that my ear got bitten off in 2016. That was a weird one.
It's fucking never ending.
Yeah, it's just like one fucking thing after another. It has been like that up until a couple of years ago. But the year, I'll tell you exactly what happened with my ear. I weren't going to tell anyone this, innit? So this is like literally, I was going to save this for my book. But I've got other bits in my life that I can put in the book. But it was actually my brother that bit my ear off. Yeah, my older brother. In fact, yeah, I'll tell you the joke of it, yeah, is, well, I don't find it funny, but it's mad. It's because I've come out of jail. I was big, innit? I was strong, a lot stronger than I am now. And I've ended up having a little fight with my brother. Little fight. Nothing,
Over what?
just over a normal fight. Just a normal fight. Just a fight, man. And he's bit my ear off because I've obviously big in him. His dog's trying to bite my arm off. We're fighting in the hallway, and
His dog's biting your arm.
His dog's biting my arm. But remember,
You've got him in a lock.
I've clamped him, yeah. So he can't fucking do shit. Like, he's here in front of me, and the only thing he can do is either bite my neck or bite my ear. He bit my ear, innit? So as he's bit it, I've pulled away, and the whole fucking ear come off, innit? Well, not the whole of it, but a good bit of it.
Fucking
yeah. So that happened. He bit my ear off. And now,
is he known for doing that kind of thing?
This thing, he's an idiot. That's the thing. I don't get on with him. I really don't like the guy. Yeah, I've never got on with him since. And to be fair, this is like, I've never had anyone to teach me anything, Sean. Yeah, I never had a dad to teach me how to fucking do anything. I never had a dad to teach me how to shave. I had a prison officer taught me how to shave in Feltham on Bitten Wing. You know what I mean? So I've never had anyone to teach me anything. I've always learned it all by myself. I've learned it by watching it, and I've learned it by doing it, yeah? And that is how I've learned everything. And my brother's the type of guy, yeah? He's never done anything. He's not... See, I don't want to slate him off too much, you know, because obviously we're on TV and it's a bit
Has he got his
personal,
own
innit?
harrowing story of abuse and things?
No, he's never done anything positive, you know, and I don't want to slate him off too much, but he's got his own story. Do you know what I mean? He has got his own story, but I don't think it'd be worth listening to. And that's being honest,
Could
man.
they put the piece of the ear back on?
No, because the dog ate it. See what happened? Like, this is how it is. We're fighting. He's bit it off, spat it out. Dogs quickly ran past, picked it up, and ate it.
Fucking hell!
Yeah.
Couldn't you give that dog a good kick off?
Like, nah, but you can keep
cut
it.
it open.
Fucking have it. Keep it. I've got another one, ain't I? All right, I've got 2. It's all right, man.
Holy
I
shit.
can live with it, you know.
Could they put like something on it, or you just couldn't be asked?
Do you know what it was? I'll tell you. It's so painful, yeah. Because it was pissed when it happened. I was hammered when it happened.
Yeah.
I didn't feel the pain. And then I've got arrested. Yeah, this is where the story gets nasty between family. Yeah, but I've got to tell you anyway because it's in my book, so it's, you know, say it how it is. So anyway, my brother's bit me ear off, and then I've left my brother's house. I've gone off in a car, someone else's car, and I'm walking down the road, and I've said to this chick, I said, like, can you have a look at my ear? Because it looks a bit funny, like, feels a bit weird. Yeah, and it was cracking, like I could feel it where the cartilage in the ear was broke. I could feel it clicking. So I said to this chick, I said, like, what's it look like? And she's like, fucking hell, man, half your hair's hanging off. I was like, fuck, you got a bandage. She bandaged me up. Anyway, I'm walking down the road, next thing a police car pulls up, and I've been arrested. I've been arrested for fucking smashing my brother's car up. So I've been nicked now for criminal damage. Now I'm on license, yeah? Now I'm on license for, I had 3 and a bit years license then, yeah? So I've come out of jail. I've had this madness with my brother. He's bit my ear off, and then I've been arrested. Now I've been told, yeah, if I don't, I'm not going to say who done this because I know legal things, but I've been put in a position where the statement that's being made against me now for damaging property, yeah, if I don't pay the £100 that I'm going to be going back to jail. Yeah. So I paid the £100. So I paid for your bastard to bite my ear off, basically. And that's how it was. He blackmailed me, man. They blackmailed me. and they nearly got me sent back to prison after
Holy
he bit my ear
shit.
off. And it's been like that. And what I say is by the teaching things, I've got a lot of venom towards my brother for the simple fact is he was my big brother. Now, I would never have let my little brothers go through any shit like what I went through. You know what I mean? I would have tried to help him, but it's a sad case. But obviously, I don't want to slate him too much
At the end of
because
that,
he is my
at the end
brother.
of that last sentence, then, did you have a plan to just not go back to crime?
Well, I'll tell you what it was. Yeah, is when we got nicked for the robbery. Can you delete that bit? You need to delete that.
Oh, take the name out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
please, thanks.
When I got nicked for the robbery on her, see what it was. We were active criminals. We were fucking doing a lot of crime at the time, and we basically robbed a hotel. And this is how it was. It like the media made it out to be something great when there's nothing great to it, and I generally don't think there was anything great to it. The media made it out that there was this great big heist of an Acton hotel, and it was nothing like that at all. It really wasn't. It was nothing like that. It was just a straightforward bunch of lads going out committing crime together, and that's exactly how it was. And the hotel happened. We've jumped over the counter, grabbed the guy. Weapons have been produced on him. Demanded access to the safe, and that was it. And that was literally basically it. With the other victim, I'll tell you what the police said about it. The police said on the day that we got arrested, we was parked up in a Tesco's car park. They said that we were there to rob Tesco's. There was a money van that was going to be there apparently at that day, and we were there to rob that machine that was being filled up. That's what they said, yeah. So then we've obviously left that area, gone down to Radlett in Hertfordshire. Now I got told we're dressed, we're ready to go out to do crime, yeah. Now the guys, the thing that we were supposed to be doing, we didn't do. So we're starting to do something else now. So we've spoke to the lads. The lads like, right, I know where there's something. I know where there's a property developer that they've got big bits in there. There's safes in there. There's Tom in the safe. You're gonna need an angle grinder, this, that, and the other. So it was like, all right, cool. We'll go there. We got told that there'll be maximum 2 people in the building. Like the husband might be there, but he's probably at work, yeah. But it doesn't matter if he's there anyway because we're going to get what we're going to get. Yeah, that's the mindset. So I get weird feelings from this, you know, when I think about it. Horrible. Yeah. So we've gone to do the robbery now. We sat outside the place for 4 hours in Radlett. We didn't know that there was armed police all around us at this particular time. I didn't know, innit? They'd been watching us for a long time. And they was even following me to the zoo. I went to Whipsnade Zoo and I've been followed around there by them all. That time was pretty fucking weird. But yeah, they was following us around the zoo and everything, and they was just following me for ages. And on this particular day, I didn't know they were following because after I started, when I noticed them, and I made them aware that I was aware of them, that's when they went quiet, so to speak. I couldn't see them anymore because they stepped up their gear, innit? So we've then basically got waited outside this gaff. I've got the information that there's going to be a lot of jewelry in the safe, such and such. So we're like, okay, cool. So I'm sat outside the gaff, wait for 4 hours, 4.5, 5 hours. Next thing, the person's turned up. As they've drove into their complex, you've got to understand big electric gates opening, like that's like in a secure compound. The gates have opened, gates are closed. The lady who it was has come out of her car, gone to the door, and it's a big, massive it's like a massive big building that's got multiple houses in it, but it's all in a compound. So as she's come up to her door, obviously I've jumped over the fence, run up to her, and fucking grabbed her, which is fucking bad because obviously I didn't like doing things like this. Woman's like, you know what I mean? So yeah, so we've ended up robbing her, and it's what the robbery. I didn't like the robbery from the start, from the get go. It was just a whole day of bullshit. Things didn't turn up, and this wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't really like to do this one sort of thing that I wanted to do, and then basically I've ended up doing this robbery, and we removed all her jewelry. We're supposed to go into a house. That was the thing. Go into the house, go into the home. Either get them to open the safe, or we'll cut it open. Yeah. So it didn't even get that far. As soon as we got wrapped her up and everything, it was just the whole thing just didn't feel right. It felt all wrong. Her face, yeah, I've seen victims in my life, in it. Yeah, I've been a victim many, 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 many times. And I just didn't like it. And I left it there, and then we walked away. Didn't walk away, we run away, jumped in the car, got around the corner. Two of the boys have got in another car. We've got in this car. Me and my Cody are driving in this car, and it was weird. The whole thing was scatty. It's like, I used to think that we were quite methodical about things that we did. You know, we didn't look at it as it was. We knew what we were doing. We knew we were doing bad things. We're going to get big time for this. And this particular thing, I just did not like. I didn't like how it was set out. I didn't like how it made me feel, and I didn't like robbing a chick. Mostly, you know, it's muggy, isn't it? You know what I mean? And as we've drove around the corner, we've quickly parked up for no less than, we must have been parked up for 30 seconds max. Boys have jumped out of that car, got into that car. Me and my Cody stayed in this car. We're now driving. As I've pulled out the complex, I've seen a big blue Audi A6, and now straight away I knew. Like I didn't clock. I knew who they were, but I didn't register. If that makes sense, you actually start putting all the bits of the puzzle together once you're sat in your cell, yeah. And that's what happened. I've come out the corner, and I've seen a big Audi A6 there, big blue one, yeah. And now I know that's what the flyer are driving, and then that's what we call the flying squad, SED7, yeah, the ones that got us. They drive all them big cars, Audis, Lexuses, and whatnot. And I've seen them, but I didn't register, so I've carried on driving. Now we're driving towards London. Now we're leaving Watford area, Radlett area, heading back into London. Erratic driving, so you can imagine in and out of traffic up the motorway. We break up. My two Codys go that way, I go that way. But on our vehicles, we had all listening devices, trackers. You know when you get the flying squad in you, they're not like your normal feds, innit? They're the proper police, the Scotland Yard, and obviously they're high-ranking feds, and they've put all bugs in our vehicles. They've tracked up our cars, so they knew where we were the whole time. So there's no matter, we could have driven up the road at 1,000,000 miles an hour, they still would have found us, you know. So we all meet up in one location, and we all get into the same car. I get into the passenger seat, behind the passenger, sorry. And I'm there, I'm looking at the diamond earrings, discussing shit on the way back to go and get rid of these bits and bobs. Next thing, we're in Golders Green, and I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the stones. The next thing, a whack has come in from the right-hand side, yeah? From the passenger side, this side, the driver's side, sorry, wallop. So they've hit us. I've looked, and all I can see, yeah, this is, my adrenaline's just gone mad now, yeah, because all I can see is people jumping out of cars, and they're pulling straps out and putting caps on. Yeah, so I'm like, I've hit the driver. I'm like, fucking drive. There's fucking feds on us now. You better go, yeah? Next thing, a car smashed into us this side. And that's it. That's when it all happened. All the windows started coming through. I'm seeing them all standing there with their Glock 17s shouting. And I remember the copper that was pointing his gun at me. I remember seeing the gun. I remember seeing the tip of it. And I remember seeing his lips. It was a mad experience, man. It happened very fast as well. But it was weird. What I found weird about that was when I was on the floor, they battered us all. See, this is the thing, yeah? They put the driver was unconscious on the floor, yeah? So you got him out cold on the pavement in the middle of the road where the flying squad has just battered the shit out of him. You've got my, sorry, delete that. You've got my my co-defendant. He's been gun butted by the feds. So you've got, the feds have pulled his head out of the window, got the bottom of the burner and hit him in his face and split his whole eye across here. So he's all busted up. I'm all broken up in the back of the car. We all ended up going to hospital. So I've gone to hospital, and my other three Codys have all gone to different hospitals around London. So I get into hospital now, and I've kicked off in the hospital for some stupid reason. Next thing, I've got another hiding in the hospital. But these two are not by the flying squad. These are by some next PCs, but they've sent these big muscle-bound PCs in, yeah? They deal with, like, there must have been the Stead squad or something like that, yeah? Because these feds are big, like, I'm not kidding, they were big, bro. And they battered the shit out of me. They had me clamped in the thing. But you know what? I deserved it. When I look at it, like, their attitude, this is a fucking horrible robbing bastard right now, you know what I mean? So I understand where they're coming from, you know what I mean? Because I'd feel the same way about a little robbing bastard, you know what I mean? So they did. They gave us a hiding. Got nicked. Went to court, and then when I got sentenced, obviously you get all your case papers come through and all that, and then you get a thing called a victim impact statement. Now, the thing that made me, it's like harrowing for myself to even think about this, because I just feel disgusted that I made someone feel in such a way. Yeah. Now, I've been very cold in my whole life, and I never allowed myself to feel nothing. Didn't let people to feel for me. I don't particularly been very loved, and that doesn't give me the right to be horrible to anyone, but it just shows you where I was at in my life, innit? Yeah. And when I was abused as a kid, I held on to that for many, many years. I still hold on to it now. I still have bad dreams now. I still have effects in my life now from what happened years and years ago. And I'm 30 something years later, you know? But whilst we was robbing her, what she said in her statement will never leave my mind. And it was the fact that when she was turned over, she thought that she was going to be abused, yeah? And I can't hold that inside, you know? One, I never ever meant to make this person feel like this, yeah? I never intended for her to feel like that. And if I could fucking say sorry to her and hold her hand and say sorry, I would. I'd do that right now if I could. And that's what it was. And that's what it was. That there made me think, I can't do this no more, man. And I felt her pain, because I know what that pain feels like, if that makes sense. She felt afraid that she was going to be abused. I've been abused loads throughout my life. You know what I mean? So that was that because of that, that was what made me think, I can't do this no more, and I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to be like this. I didn't never intend her to feel like that, and she felt like that.
She might have saved your life, because you could have easily died, couldn't you, at some point?
Well, at that particular time, I think the police wanted to kill me that day. And I'll tell you this why, yeah, because they said in their paperwork that they had suspicion that I was in possession of 2 guns, you know, so they had some intel from somewhere. So they were there to do a job. Had I had anything in my hand that day, might not be speaking to you now, but yeah, what it is her impact statement has definitely made a massive impact on me, because it's made me completely evaluate everything. My whole path up until date has been reckless, 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 reckless. Lots of suffering, lots of pain, lots of tears. People like, I've had a bad life, you know what I mean? But then to make her feel like how I felt at such a young age and so many times in my life, it's despicable, mate.